Bishop, good to see you again.
Good to be here.
You recently spent a few days in Israel, and you were
Yes.
there to commemorate, among other things, the 50th anniversary of the Council document Nostra Aetate. Tell us a little bit about what the trip was all about.
Well, first, Nostra Aetate was the document of the Vatican Council, which was about the non-Christian religions, looking at them in a different way, saying we do prize in those religions whatever is good and useful for revelation, and especially were mentioned the Jewish people, the people of Islam also. And so that was a real watershed event where Jewish people felt, again, now accepted by Christians as people also of revelation, and that had a special purpose, and that the covenant with Israel was not abolished. So that was a very important thing. So this 50 years later, we're just probably now mining the great watershed event to understand what did it really mean. And the Jewish people now have had a better chance to evaluate it, to change the relationships. The initial relationships were just friendly dialogue and encounter. Now we're getting down to more theological issues, which was really important. That was one of the things we did at this trip. Mm-hmm. We had a very good presentation by a Jewish rabbi teacher on the view of Christianity by Judaism, which is really wonderful talk. I'm waiting to get a copy of it. And we also were engaged in personal private dialogues, which was important. And then one of the main events was a symphony composed by the founder of the Neo-Catechumenal movement, Kiko Arguello, a symphony which is entitled The Suffering of the Innocents, which basically was focusing on the Holocaust. And it ends with a beautiful rendition of the Shema Israel, which is the daily prayer of every Jew, where everybody in the audience was involved with it, the Jews, the rabbis, the Christians, the bishops, the cardinals, 6, 7 cardinals there.
Mm-hmm. Now, this was put together, I believe, by the Neo-Catechumenal Way.
Yes.
What is their interest in this dialogue?
Well, they're really very scriptural based. They understand the Old Testament and probably a little bit better than most people. They concentrate on the Psalms. So they have this affinity for understanding the preparation for Christ in the Old Testament in a very keen way, and their relationship with the Jewish people, especially that they are in Israel. They have a wonderful center there in Galilee, looking perhaps to another one in Jerusalem. So this is a natural affinity that they've developed for understanding the Jewish people in a positive way.
Mm-hmm. What was the atmosphere? We think of the Middle East as being in turmoil right now. Was there a sense of security there while you were there in Israel?
I think I've been to Israel now about 3 times, 4 times. You never really feel a real sense of unsecurity. Again, everything is kind of blocked off. People don't move around where they could convey that sense. But I was in Jerusalem just half a day. But no, it seems very peaceful when all is said and done.
The press release says that something profound is happening in the relationship between Christians and Jews. 50 years ago, I mean, it's different from it was 50 years ago, as you said. What would you say is that profound change?
Well, first, a different type of respect, distancing ourselves from any kind of anti-Semitism. And on the Jewish side, understanding perhaps the role of Christianity as a certain successor to Judaism, in the sense that when we heard the one talk that the Jewish people were not able to break out of their own ethnicity, their own Jewish tribe, and to bring the light of the world to other peoples, which was the prophecy of Isaiah. But the Christian people have accomplished that to the ends of the earth. So they saw that as a positive thing, bringing the knowledge of the one true God, the same God we worship, to many, many other people. So they saw that as a positive. So that would be, on their side, a change of attitude also.
Mm-hmm. Recently, the Vatican kind of gave recognition to the Palestinian state. Was there any discussion over there about this happening?
No, that was rather a surprise.
Huh?
I'm glad the meeting happened before that happened. Who knows what take people would have on it.
Okay. Bishop, thanks so much for
You're
bringing us
welcome.
up to date on that.